Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Same Person Radio. I am one of your hosts, Justin McFadden. Joining me as always, and finally back in men's clothes, Steven Galvin.
Yo. Was I ever in ladies' clothes? Okay.
And also, currently most likely playing Zelda instead of paying attention to the podcast, Downtown Tony Brown.
Could you really blame me?
Nope.
Probably not. Probably not. Well, welcome, guys, to episode 8 of Same Person Radio podcast. How you guys been? What's going on?
No, I just hear my baby screaming downstairs like he's being murdered. But other than that, good.
Oh, that's pretty good. Tony, how about you?
I'm doing good. Doing fine. I'm a little tired.
Maybe you should stop playing Zelda so much.
Well, just happened to get home at 3 a.m. last night, so.
Hey, if you wanted to stay over and watch live PD for as long as you did, you could have left earlier, but,
That was some good live PD.
For anybody else that watches live PD, if you watch and you notice, they're sometimes in Calvert County, that's actually where I live. So it's actually, for anybody who wants to stalk me.
So if you want his address, it's no.
It's this, and this on 123 Go Fuck Yourself Lane.
What's new with you, Steven?
Nothing's new with me. This goes out to Amy. The Caps are sucking right now. They're down 0-2 to the Penguins. They got shit on last night again, and it makes me very frustrated, but I'm supposed to talk about hockey or she's not going to listen anymore. So that is, although, as you see, the Orioles,
Go Blackhawks. Oh, wait.
So we have some changes here at Same Person Radio that we are going through. If you follow us on Facebook or Twitter, we had kind of mentioned it a little bit. So we changed our hosting services. We're now with
Podbean.
we're also Podbean. That's what it said, right?
It broke up.
Okay. Podbean. For that a little bit later, but we are also going to be weekly now. We usually try to do a bi-weekly just because we have lives and stuff and we're not getting paid for this and nobody listens anyway, so we're going to try to do it weekly. That way we could try to get some more listeners and maybe go over a few things. We'll try not to make it as long too, because we'd obviously like you to watch on YouTube because you can see our pretty faces and pretty faces. And so we're gonna try and make them a little shorter too, for people who don't have that much time, like Justin or myself, who have hour-long car drives. Tony, your car drive's not about an hour long, right?
Yep. Sadly.
Wonderful. Justin, are you playing the drums?
I'm not doing nothing.
Okay.
My dog is chewing on a bone, so you might be hearing that.
Okay.
On the floor, I have a wood floor, so that's what you're.
All right. Great. So Dakota's playing drums on the floor with a bone. Got it.
I love how you just thought it was me.
Well, sometimes, you're usually the culprit.
Let's play drums over here. Yeah.
Dumbass.
Playing Paradise City.
Right? So we had the NFL draft this weekend, and I was on ESPN, and I was kind of, just scrolling through things, looking, and I saw a section on there that I didn't kind of forgot that expected to see it on there. Was ESPN has an esports section. So I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit and see what your thoughts were on if esports should be considered a sport. See what you guys thought on that.
It's I don't know. It's one of those things I'm torn on because they do have to do a lot of practice and training, and there is competition, and I mean it has a lot of the hallmarks of what you would call a sport, but at the same time it's just I play video games. I mean, I don't play them very well, but it's one of those things where it's one of those things where it's I don't know, I know I can't play professional football. I can't play professional baseball. But then again, the more you think about it, it's I don't think I could play professional esports. If I tried to play League of Legends or Overwatch or something, I would get my ass whooped. So it's one of those things where I think it's when you get to an elite level of talent at whatever, hobby or sport, whatever you want to call it, that maybe then you can be more competitive. And I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm torn on.
Tony?
I can see it being counted as a sport. I mean, like just say it's competitive. It's a competitive thing against two well-trained, I don't want to say athletes, but two well-trained gamers or whatever. Because like Justin was saying about like the Overwatch stuff, I see people play Street Fighter and like Mortal Kombat, and I see them doing things. I'm like, yeah, I can never do any of that. And I'm like, if I tried to do that against one of those people, I would get killed instantly.
You just get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking about it too, and I think you have to define it as a sport. So I went on Google, little Google search of the definition of sport. Since it's all knowing knowledge, as an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. So my big thing is that sports are meant for everybody in the world now. Like that's the big thing for sports. And I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm sure a bunch of people maybe have seen movies or videos or clips of people actually doing esports, like doing the competitions. That's a lot of like skill you have. I mean, it's not, you don't have to run a 40. You don't have to just jump high. You don't have to, you're not doing like a full body, but I think it might take more mental toughness, not toughness, but mental ability really to do those, as well as like you might have to be more coordinated to do, to be the number one player in Dota 2 versus being the best receiver in football. Like
one's a mental sport.
Sport, one's more physical, but there's still, there's still physical exertion, like having a 48-hour game session so that you can make sure you've got whatever skill you need. I mean, it's kind of crazy. So I think it should be a sport. I mean, ESPN, obviously the biggest sports really, has its own section for esports. So obviously they consider it a sport.
Yeah, the thing is in that description of sport that you just gave, that definition, there was no mention of anything having to be physical or So at that point, once you take that, I think just a lot of people just have this idea of like, sport. There's a ball and there's some type of thing, and you get to score point. But you do that in esports. So I don't know. Now that you've read that definition, I think I'm more firmly with it is a sport.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tony.
I'll say I would say that it would get me to watch something on ESPN, because I will at work sometimes. I'll like go on YouTube and like watch old like Evo tournaments, which are like hours long, and I'll just let it sit there, because it is a sport, quote unquote, that I would like to watch, even with the commentators, because commentators has a crowd and everything. So it's it's a big production.
It's on ESPN,
like a sport.
like the Ocho. Yeah, I was looking up. So like, I mean, they have like rankings. They have like teams with like professional advertising. Tony Robbins, I think, the guy who does all of the like the mentor conferences and things like that. Like he owns a team now, I think. So it's like a bunch of famous people are getting on these esports teams, and is that you think of an athlete like a professional football, basketball, baseball player, like they make millions of dollars. And while esports isn't there yet, like I'm looking at a list, the highest overall earnings, this guy plays Dota 2, and he's made $2.7 million.
Damn.
In a video game. So it's like that. I mean, there's at least 20 people that have made over $1 million just playing a video game.
Well, the other thing too is I know I've seen before in like DraftKings that there's fantasy esports too. Like you can, you can pick players from the teams and actually, like they get fantasy points just like fantasy football or baseball or basketball. So, I mean, it's got all people basically, I think it's just one of those things where, like I said, it's just something so new that some people are like, it's just like the X Games when the X Games came out. Like when the X Games were first a thing, they're like, that's not a sport, but now snowboarding and stuff like that are sports in the Olympics. So.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. And another thing too, I think, is that since we're in America, like it's not as big here yet, but like in China, Japan, places where they make video games, it's like pretty big. Like the top people on the top 10 people on this list are Chinese. So it's like it'll get there, but I'd definitely consider it. I'd consider it a sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree.
Agreed.
So, anybody out there who wants to argue with us, feel free. Let us know. Twitter, Facebook. What else are we on? Instagram.
I totally thought you were going to say, anyone that disagrees with us, go fuck yourself. And also, you just gave me a swerve. I was just like, whoa.
We are all hashtag same person, but that doesn't mean that everybody else will be same person.
Yeah.
With us. No, they can definitely tweet at us using hashtag same person radio. Put it on Facebook. Does Facebook uses hashtags, right?
I think so, yeah. Should.
Yeah.
Or just put it on there. Well, we'll talk about it. But esports, it's a sport. You want to argue? Let us know.
You want to argue? Let us know.
Argue with you. We'll argue with you. All right, let's move on to our triple threat that we've got going on. Triple threat, triple threat. Right. If you want to start us off this week on the triple threat.
Me?
I said Tony.
Oh.
So my triple threat for this week is, I guess it was a week or two. Within the last week or two, Nintendo's said that
about a week ago.
I can't do the dance. I don't know how to do the little dance he does. But yeah, like a week or two ago, Nintendo said they're going to discontinue the NES Classic. I guess to get prepared for the SNES Classic. And I guess a lot of people have been kind of getting mad at Nintendo, I guess, since they assumed that this was going to stay around permanently. Like they'll do the NES Classic, which will just stay around, then the SNES, the Super Nintendo Classic, that'll stay around. And I guess some people are thinking it might be a yearly thing, where they'll release one for a year, get discontinued, release another one, discontinue, and so forth. What do you guys think of that?
Justin, you can go first.
I don't mind it, but the thing is like we were kind of saying last episode, and then it was selling so well. Why would you stop? I mean, I understand they said we don't have endless resources, but it's how much does it really cost, and how much? I'm sure they were making hand over fist on it, so I'm sure they could have figured out the resource issue. I just don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where are they going to get rid of it and then they're going to bring it back? Oh, hey, look, we brought the Nintendo Classic back, and then everyone will be like, oh my god,
twice the price.
Right. So, I mean, granted, I would love to see a Super Nintendo Classic. That'd be cool because I never owned a Super Nintendo. I was Sega Genesis at that point. Wah. And basically,
I did too, Justin. I did too.
I know my friend had it. No, I had a friend that had it, so I always played it at his house. But I'd love to play some of those games I really didn't get to put a ton of time in my childhood into. Whereas Nintendo, I had that. So, I mean, if it all eventually leads to a Nintendo 64 Classic, then I'm even more on board. But that'd be cool. Or even then eventually a GameCube Classic. That would be cool. But
yeah,
how would they do a Wii? How would they do a Wii Classic?
That would be
remote.
By the time that we have a Wii Classic, there's going to be controllers on our arms. So you're literally just going to take your arm and it's going to be embedded into your arm. That way, when you just go like this, the ball, Wii bowling, and you're just ah, oh my god, I got tennis elbow from playing the Wii. That was a real thing, though. That was a real thing.
God.
So Nintendo does basically whatever they want. It's a stupid idea business-wise, I think, but I'm excited for the SNES Classic. But why discontinue? It's literally just a box, a little, Nintendo-looking box with a motherboard on it and some games that's downloaded. It's not people are doing that with whatever those little teeny tiny computers are. I forget.
Retro Pi,
the Pi, yeah,
or the Raspberry Pi,
yeah, Raspberry Pi. So people are doing that, and it's that's really all it takes you, Nintendo. It's not that much, and you're making, like you said, making $1 bajillion on it.
Yeah,
but
I think it's actually
maybe money's not what Nintendo's about.
Yeah, I think they actually are using those Raspberry Pis. I think those are actually the things they use. Nintendo's.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because literally, because I was
take the plastic.
Because around Christmas time, I had an opportunity to get a Nintendo Classic because I have a friend that works at GameStop. Shout out to Mark. And
Mark,
you may have seen him on live cast. But anyways, I had a chance to get one, but I ended up not doing it because I started reading more about those Retro Pis, and I was like, oh, so I can do this and actually put any system on it? Oh, okay, maybe I'll do that. And probably eventually, I might not even get this Super Nintendo Classic. I might just do that because at that point, you'd be like, okay, you pick exactly what games you want on it, and There you go.
Mhm.
Then I can train my son classically.
Yeah. Started from the bottom, and then now
Here,
he's at an
you're gonna play
extra
Pong
bit.
until you beat it. He's like, yeah, you can't beat Pong. You will beat it.
It's not beatable.
This is your Trials of Osiris. Destiny reference.
Oh, God.
Good God. All right, you guys ready to have your minds blown? Because that's usually what I do with my.
Right. Hold on, let me
my
take a deep
trouble
breath.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, cool. So a company called Moleskine.
What the
It's
fuck?
Moleskine with an E. They've come out with a futuristic pen that basically you write your notes down on a special book that they also give you. It's a paper book, regular pen, and you use an app on your phone, and basically anything you write down, it digitizes straight to your phone. You're writing notes in a notebook, but then it's also taking digital ones that you can email, you can copy, you can print, you can do whatever you need to. So I was wondering what kind of, like, that kind of stuff that's coming out. I feel like that's not so over the top, like a self-driving car. That's actually pretty useful. Just what your guys' thoughts were on small things like that, technology-wise, moving forward.
I love it because I actually have a Moleskine notebook, so I take a lot of notes. I just kind of write stuff a lot. And I also have like a few like note-taking apps on my phone. And it's a lot harder to take notes like typing for me. I can write a lot faster than I type. So if I could just have a book that I can just write, if I'm in a meeting at work and I'm writing notes and all of a sudden they just transfer to my computer at work, so I have them for later. Fantastic. That's saves me time and headache.
Yeah, I actually heard about this too, because actually, I write sales. I'm a salesman and I write orders, and it'd be really nice to be able to have those digitally too. Sometimes because it's just easier to, well, especially when, like, sometimes if my truck's down, I have to do it the old-fashioned way, and I just write the orders, and then our warehouse ships them out. So it'd be really nice because I usually just text the orders to the manager there, because it's just easier than reading off the phone and having them mishear me or mishear a quantity. So if I could just write that and then go in the note app and then just boop, screenshot it and send it to them, that'd be sweet. So, yeah, I like stuff like this. I mean, that's the thing. It's like a little thing, but it makes it's something that changes it completely. The way you do something makes it way easier is always nicer.
Yeah, especially for like kids in school, like to be able to probably in college more than like high school or middle school or whatever, but to be able to like just write your notes and then go home and then pull up the app and you have all your notes, as opposed to, oh shit, I left my book in my car, or somebody stole my notebook. Like it's like a digital copy of a hard copy, but it's like an instant thing, as opposed to writing it down, scanning it, or typing them out, like you said, Tony. Being able to just do it, do it instantly. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I'm not going to pay $200 for it, but once it's $50, I might look into it. So, Justin.
All right. So, some WWE news this week was very, very, very interesting. So, Brock Lesnar, who's been AWOL since winning the title at WrestleMania, will have his first title defense at WWE Great Balls of Fire. What do you think of that title of a pay-per-view in 2017?
Let me go first. It's roll dumb. That's all I'm saying. Tony, you can go now.
Are they gonna have that song? Who sings the song "Goodness Great Balls of Fire"? Is it Little Rich?
Jerry Lee Lewis or something? Yeah.
Okay, Jerry Lee. Are they gonna have that song playing during the intro? They need to.
They need to, or even if they have someone do a cover version of it, like modern or something. I honestly cannot fathom why this pay-per-view would be called this. Like, it doesn't make any. I can't even think of a gimmick match with balls of fire where it would work, unless is like Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor gonna face, and gonna have like supernatural powers and be like Hadouken. Like, what's going on here?
They're gonna have a Set Your Balls on Fire match.
Yeah,
everybody has to come down to this song.
Yeah, I don't know. It's W is like, well, okay. Like, I just read it. At first, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like, there's a website called Kayfabe News that usually posts like fake wrestling news stories, kind of like The Onion. And I thought it was that, and I was just like, oh, that's funny. And then also, like, later in the day, I saw it again, and I was like, Oh, wait a minute. This is real.
It's gonna be great hearing the announcers talk about that, like for the next couple of weeks. Come get your tickets for Great Balls of Fire.
Right. Well, I just can't wait for like the wrestlers doing promos. And he's just like, at Great Balls of Fire, I'm gonna kick your ass. Like,
I'm gonna kick your balls at Great Balls of Fire.
I'm gonna make your balls feel like they're on fire at Great Balls of Fire.
That sounds like a sequel to that Balls of Fury movie called Great Balls of Fire. That's, I don't know. That's real dumb. WWE's running out of shit to do. Next one's gonna be called Hound Dog, and it's just gonna be all about Elvis. That's gonna be the next one.
Jailhouse Rock.
Now, how upset would you?
Yep.
Justin, how upset would you be if they used that Fall Out Boy thing?
Good God.
I would watch. I would not watch. I'd watch it on mute. I'll be in DC, so if Cal's new 4K TV gets destroyed, you'll know why.
If Justin sets it on fire.
Yeah. Good God. He's gonna throw ping pong balls on it that are on fire. Because he's so mad.
Ping pong ball.
Oh goodness. All right. Shit, I could just make a life rant about Great Balls, about stupid names of stuff. Stupid names of stuff like that. That's Great Balls of Fire. I'm actually gonna do my life rant now. And this one's pretty good, you know. People hate this, my wife especially, she thinks it's real dumb. It's you walking into the store and you get in line and there's a kid in front of you. And when I say kid, probably, teenager, young adult, whatever. Could be a grown man too. And you're looking at him and he's got a t-shirt on, but then you look down and all you see is his underwear because his pants are drooping. His britches be too low. I said something last night about britches, but my rant is for people who don't pull their pants up. We were watching live PD last night, and Tony was watching with me, and like the cops were trying to search this guy, but they had to pull his pants up because his pants were just too low. Like when a cop has to pull your pants up, it's probably too low. Like you probably need like to do something with your pants. What did I say? Oh, you got low britches. That's a fucking problem. That's that's gonna be my new song. Low britches. So people with droopy drawers, pull your pants up, please. Nobody wants to see your butt. Nobody wants to see your underwear. I mean, if you have fancy underwear, you probably should just not wear pants and just wear your underwear. Be a model, but pull your pants up. It's just real annoying. It just pisses me off. End of rant.
End of rant. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't get it. I don't know. Yeah. Like, cause I'll go downtown to Chicago and you'll just see like just people just walking around and like their pants are like, they put their belt like super tight so that it like fits at like their thigh. Like,
yeah, why even have pants on if you're gonna wear it around your thigh?
Like I get annoyed when my pants are like a quarter inch too low and I pull them up. I feel the bunch underwear thing.
You feel a little ass crack coming out and you're like, well, let me pull my pants up. And they're like, no, let me just pull my underwear way up high and then leave my pants down low.
I don't know. Like just having my pants lower than my waist is annoying feeling. So I don't know how people do it personally, but
yeah. I'm still amazed at how they get them that low and keep them like there. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I've actually I've seen it. I'm like, huh. And I've tried it like at home. I was like, let me just see if I can get my pants to do that. Nope. They just drop down as soon as I start moving.
Right.
Like,
and you can't even walk. Like you got to start waddling. And then they go to buy something at the store. And then if you've got to lean back like real far to reach into your back pocket, then your pants are too fucking low. Like you should be able to just reach in your back pocket, not fucking reach back like you're leaning back.
Pants are defying gravity.
Lean back.
He's leaning so far back, he's grabbing your pockets.
Sometimes I'm like, right. I've even seen sometimes when people's pants are so low that like there's just you can see their leg between their pants and their underwear. Like it's ridiculous. Like what happens when somebody starts shooting and you gotta run? You can't. You gotta waddle like a penguin trying to get out of there. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start wearing my pants around my ankles. That's gonna be my new trend. I'm just gonna do this, just like.
Oh, true. Pants? What pants? I see there's a dress behind you. I thought that's what kind of clothes you're wearing now.
Fuck you. I'm gonna get a banner, and that's gonna be the end of that situation.
Just buy a big old green screen.
My wife's like, how do you like these outfits? And I'm like, they're really nice, but they're gonna be in the background of my podcast, and that's gonna be a fucking problem.
Oh goodness, that would have been a good time to plug your wife's business.
Yeah, search on Facebook Melissa LuLaRoe or LuLaRoe Melissa McFadden. I don't remember which one it is. It's just Melissa McFadden and LuLaRoe. It should pop right on up for you. You can buy some nice Carlys or some leggings or some Julie's. I don't know. I know Carly's and I know the other one because she sells us.
That would be LuLaRoe Melissa McFadden on Facebook.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go. Go like it, buy some stuff, support Justin's baby.
Support Justin's baby.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, seeing as we mentioned the new Fall Out Boy song, we can move into our 30-second reviews. I'm gonna do a review on it. Should I play it? No, I'm not gonna play it. It's gonna make me really mad. See, guys, okay. It's not even just a review for me. Everybody hates it. It's fucking terrible. A new Fall Out Boy song called "Young and Menace." It's the worst. It's literally the worst. It might be the worst song I've ever heard in my life. I don't even know if I would consider it a song. Like, it's terrible. 0 out of 10 for that. I'm also gonna review the new Paramore song, "Hard Times." 10 out of 10. 10 because it's completely opposite. 10. 1, 2, 10. 1, 0?
That's 0, 1. There you go.
Whatever. 10. So that one's 10. Fall Out Boy 0. Paramore 10. Good to go. 30-second reviews. Justin, what you got?
Yeah, that Fall Out Boy song is no good. I'm gonna review something. The Burger King Fruit Loop Shake at Burger King. In case you didn't understand what I meant by Burger King's Fruit Loop Shake, that shit tastes like fucking wonderfulness. If you love Fruit Loops,
Okay.
get that fucking shake right now. Don't know it. Stop here. Pause the podcast. Run or drive into a Burger King. Be like, I want that Fruit Loop shake.
Do not drive into the Burger King. It's probably not a good idea to drive into the Burger King. Like the fucking Kool-Aid man going into Burger King.
Oh yeah, Fruit Loops.
Like, oh, it's the Fruit Loop man. He's coming back.
It's the Fruit Loop man.
He's back.
But yeah, that honestly, yeah, I'm a fat person, so you should take my advice and get the Fruit Loop shake. If you like Fruit Loops, if you don't like Fruit Loops, don't get the Fruit Loop shake because it tastes like Fruit Loops. Just be very careful to not. This is gonna sound kind of weird. Do not suck too hard because if you get a Fruit Loop and it shoots to the back of your throat, you are not gonna be happy with yourself. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because of that issue. But they need to make sure they grind them Fruit Loops down real thin. So
real thin. Maybe you shouldn't suck so hard.
What your mom said? I don't know. That didn't work.
No,
it's not what you said last night. Oh no.
All right, we're gonna move on. 8 out of 10 for the Burger King Fruit Loop shake from Justin. Tony.
All right, so mine is the Nintendo Switch. I obviously bought one on Thursday. Surprised I actually found one. So I love it. I'm very quick and simple. I love it. Switching it from dock to handheld and vice versa it's kind of amazing how quick and easy it is. I didn't think like, oh, it would be that easy. I have Zelda and Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's kind of it's good, you know. It seems like a good handheld game, but Zelda, when you do that handheld, it's amazing. So as of now, I would give it like a 8.5, 9-ish out of 10. I'm loving it. I'm loving it now.
You're loving it.
I think
let's wait for 6 months until your Switch starts bending because you're using it too much. Sure, you don't have any more games to play after you beat Zelda.
I'll be fine. Mario will be out in fall, so I'll be fine.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Honestly, too, there's a lot of like littler games that are actually really popular on that. I know, because I know Mark, our friend Mark, got one too, and I haven't seen him online since. So on Xbox. So.
You're my hero. Yeah, no, I haven't seen Mark either, which is kind of crazy. So I guess he's been playing Zelda. Is that the only game he got was Zelda?
I know he was more excited for Binding of Isaac, which is a game that's been around, but it got kind of big again on Switch.
It's a good game. Okay.
Yeah. Is Mario Kart's coming out, right? Mario Kart
just came out.
It came out.
8, 9, whatever the number is.
8 Deluxe.
8 Deluxe.
Yep.
Oh, so basically, it's just a port from the Wii U version, right?
Yeah, but they made the battle mode like good because the battle mode was not before, and they added some tracks, I think, and they added a few other things. Obviously, it looks a little bit better. So
yeah, and nobody played on the Wii U, so
yeah, I played on the Wii U, and it was real fun.
Well fun. Yeah, they're gonna probably try to make that into an esport, right? Mario Kart on the Switch.
If it was, I'd play. Although the one thing with that
Smash.
game is it's like if you're like first through like third, you're probably good, and then if you're like fourth on deck, it's like you're stuck there forever. Like you can't do nothing. And if you're actually first, isn't the best because it's last lap. You come around that last corner, blue shell, boom. Like, fuck. Melissa, we're getting a divorce.
Tony, didn't we play the original Mario Kart on 64? Not the original, but Mario Kart 64 a few weeks ago. Isn't that what we did? Were you there? No.
Wait, me and Justin.
Well,
no, you. You meet Brandon and Josh.
No, I
don't play Mario Kart a few weeks ago.
I don't think I was there for that. Wait, was that after was that? No, I don't think I was there for that.
He was blackout drunk. That's what he's trying to tell you. He was there, but he doesn't remember.
Why's he got to be blackout drunk?
Here we go.
Why can't I be white out drunk?
You can be whatever drunk. You want to be purple out drunk. You want to be green out drunk. You want to be orange out drunk. You can be whatever drunk. You can just be drunk out there.
drunk out.
I was drunk out Thursday. I'm like, hey, where did OJ Howard go?
I saw that last stream.
God. Yeah. For anybody who missed that, we live streamed the NFL first round of the NFL draft on Thursday. Justin got hammered.
The best part is that when I woke up, I was like, I hope I didn't say anything really stupid on that live stream that's now available for everyone to view. And then it had 39 views yesterday. I was like, oh, so a lot of people saw that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, they probably watched just because you were a little drunk there. Got a little loud. Although I'm pretty sure we only had like 2 viewers at one time watching it. So thank you everybody who went back and watched it.
I did get yelled at by my wife. I remember that. She's like, if you wake that baby up, I'm gonna kill you.
She did say that. She did say on live stream that she would murder you.
Now you have proof, Justin. Yeah.
Right.
Boom.
Video proof. Oh goodness. Video proof. All right, so serious question. All seriousness now. Ready for this? If you had one superpower, what would it be? In all seriousness.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. All right, so you can only pick one, like super strength, invisibility, super speed. You can't be like the Hulk. You gotta pick one.
Right, a specific one. You can't be like, oh, I would be like,
specific one. Telekinesis, telekinetics, whatever you want. What is it and why? Tony.
Man. So I don't know the actual name of the superpower, so I'm just gonna tell you the superhero. There's a superhero named Midnighter, and his kind of power is he can kind of predict every outcome of a fight, or like every outcome of a situation. So I don't that intuition. I don't know if that's like intuition, but that would be my power. I can kind of predict the outcome of like a fight or any kind of situation. It's almost like, I guess it's like seeing the future,
like a baseball game or like a Kentucky Derby.
Yes, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Why would you want that?
Tony seems like he wants
before
to
you
get
do
a lot of fights.
Right.
He's like,
before you do that,
I'm gonna kick that guy's ass, but that guy's ass is gonna kick mine.
So I guess not actually fight that guy.
I guess I would like my power would be predict the outcome of anything. And I mean that's a great power because I mean I can predict if I want to cheat. I can kind of predict the outcome of any sports events. If somebody's trying to beat me up, I can kind of predict what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if like just a very simple thing. If I'm driving, I can predict it's going to be like an accident. Like, oh nope, not driving there today.
Okay, so you kind of have future sight on outcomes of events.
Foresight, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think your superhero name would probably then I'd call you Almanac, just because that's usually what they try to do, is predict everything. So we're gonna call.
Oh, you can call me Alma Black. That's all.
Alma.
Oh God.
Okay. Well, he said it, folks. There you have it.
If anybody's listening to this and not watching the video, I am a black person. Just so you know. Just so you know, because there could be somebody who's never watched the video.
Someone's listening. Why would they call him that?
Alma Black.
Oh,
Jeez
God.
Louise. All right, Justin.
Mine would
Superpower.
be mind control, because I could be like, "Hey, you, give me $100," and they give me $100, or I could be like, "Hey, wife, let's do something," and she'll say, "Okay," or I could go, I could do anything. I could control whatever. I'd be like, "Hey, I want that promotion," and they'd be like, "You got it." You know what I'm saying? Like, you just control their mind and control their thoughts.
Yeah. Huh. So let's see. Let's think of a name. Let's think of a name for you.
Asshole, because I'd use it for bad things only.
Asshole. I was gonna say mindfucker, but you know,
Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's like a great power. Just be like, oh, I could just be like, yeah, you're gonna give me a discount on this car. Just whomp, done. Like, just
right,
life would be so easy. You'd be
you wouldn't really
rich,
be a
you'd have whatever you needed. I don't
so
need to
you
get
wouldn't
no
be a
fights.
superhero then. You're a super villain is basically what you're.
True. Yeah, I don't even care. Like,
Okay.
doesn't like it's the asshole power, of course, but usually I feel like a lot of times villains have that power, but I don't know. It's like I just feel like
you know, instead of going to that guy that has the cure for whatever disease it was that he'd like 1,000% increase the price, instead of going to him and be like, you should do it for cost. You're like, nope, I'm gonna say you should give me all your money, and you should give me your Rolls Royce, and you should give me free Burger King.
No, I would probably do stuff like that. I just feel like I go to President Trump. I'd be like, hey, you know what? You should give us everyone in the world money. There, you happy? Now I'm doing nice things.
Okay, great. You know what he would then do? He would then take out a loan from the U.S. government and would be even more in debt because he became everybody else.
Then I would tell the people we owe debts to I'd be like, hey, why don't you just like let it slide? Just like, let's call it even.
Okay. No debt. Nobody has no debt.
No debt. And I go to North Korea. No, I'd be like, no, there's no money. From now on, people just make things to be nice.
Oh, okay.
Go to North Korea, be like, stop shooting bombs and defailing shooting bombs, and stop doing things with bombs. They'd be like, all right, you right. Because I told them to do it.
Oh, okay.
Or you just go there and be like, you're no longer North and South. You're just Korea now.
You're just Korea.
You're Korea.
And then everybody's head
get
goes
along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen ever.
With my mind control power, it would.
Okay. Well, my superhero ability wouldn't. I'm not going to use it for bad like you guys. I thought it'd be pretty cool to have the power.
Wait a minute, hold up. Tony was using his stuff for good. He was just trying to predict not getting in an accident and shit.
Mom's just being selfish. That's not
Yeah,
really
that's
evil.
what Tony's being selfish. He said he's going to predict the outcome of sporting events. You know, obviously he knows if he knows the event, he's going to go bet on it. I bet $1 million. He's like, I bet $1 million the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl after being down by 25. Yeah, my power would be the power of flight. I just thought it'd be pretty cool to fly anywhere, you know.
Save a lot of money on gas.
Exactly. Like, hey, I want to go to the beach, so let me just walk down the street and I'm at a beach. Let me go. I want to go to Europe, so just fly on over to Europe.
I want to fly and see Justin. Oh, I'll just do this.
No, I don't know if I'd fly there. Flying to Chicago? That's crazy.
Might get shot as you're landing.
So Steve, if you did that, if you did that, you would take Erin with you, right? You would let her fly with you, right?
Yeah, I would have probably like I'd hold my arms out like this, and then I'd like put some ropes on my arms, and she could like sit on a swing as I'm flying.
Oh, you'd be like the parachutist when they have the person strapped in with them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll strap in like we're skydiving, and then I'll just fly there. But secretly, I'll have a backpack, and then I'll just actually unclip Erin, and then she'll have to skydive.
And you said we're the evil ones.
Just kidding. Just kidding. It's a new experience. It's whatever.
You're like, we're gonna try skydiving. Bye.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But superhero abilities don't exist. You guys are evil. Use it for good.
Yeah, I'd use my mind control to make people donate to charity.
I'd use my intuition to stop an old man from walking in the street getting hit by a car. There we go.
You could just be a nice guy walking down the street and just say, "Hey, old man, don't walk in front of me."
I mean, I would have known.
Oh, okay.
I know he wasn't looking both ways.
Okay. Now, if you said like a dog, that'd have been like, you want to stop this dog or this child from running the street, you know.
Or if I'm like, hey, young man, if you pull your britches up, that cop won't pull you over. That cop won't arrest you. No, that's just common sense. Sorry.
Yeah, it's definitely common sense. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it. You guys have?
Well, actually, can I tell my quick little Podbean story? How I broke Podbean last night at 11:30 night. It's real quick. All right, so Podbean, when you subscribe to them, they have themes, like pre-made themes that you can make for the website they give you. And so I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I used to, before I started doing sales, I went to community college to learn like website building. So I know a little bit about HTML and CSS code. So anywho, if I haven't done it in, what am I, probably 10 years? Oh, wow, that's depressing. Anyways, so anywho, I didn't think about that part of the story. Now I'm sad. Anywho, so basically last night I was going in and they have like just these little like things where you can change colors and stuff, but it wasn't working. So I was like, oh, I'll just go in the code and I'll fix it. And then I'll just copy the code and I'll paste it in the code box. Well, I do this. And I'm like, looks perfect. I copy the code. I paste it. The website is just pictures everywhere. Text is different colors and shit. I'm like, oh my God, what'd I do? I'm like, okay, restore to default. The page just goes white. It won't reset the default. So I was just like, okay, definitely just broke Podbean's theme for this one. I'm just going to go pick a different one. So basically, there's one theme in Podbean we can't use because I fucked it up. Jesus. So that was me. I'm just like sitting there for like a half hour, like, oh my God, how do I fix this?
All right. Well, if you go to visit our new page at samepersonradio.podbean.com, you might get a white page. You might get a bunch of pictures. Who knows? Justin fucked it up. So.
No, it's fixed now. I picked a different theme.
Yeah. Well, good. Hopefully it looks pretty.
It does.
But all right, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Steve, could you tell the slight story? Aaron thought I was leaving didn't you say Aaron thought I was leaving the podcast because of what me and Brandon did?
Oh yeah. So our wonderful new addition to the podcast, Mr. Tony Brown, decided he wanted to, just experiment. Not experiment. That sounds pretty weird. Wanted to test out you and some podcasts with another friend of ours, and so I tell my wife that, and she goes, "Wait, does that mean he's leaving your podcast?" I said, "I sure hope not, because he's the only one that brings in the viewers." So hopefully, Tony, you're not leaving.
Where's that ball at? Where's that ball at so I can take it with me? Oh, right. So it's on fire.
So
balls of fire.
Great balls of fire.
God damn it, WWE.
Goodness gracious. Fallout Boy.
See, my real plan is me and Brandon get really good, and then you guys are gonna acquire us for like a couple $1 million. Just buy us out.
We can barely afford Podbean. What the fuck are you talking?
Where's the $6 million coming from?
Shit.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
Well, that show's canceled.
Yep. Canceled before it even started.
I'm fine because although we haven't done one yet, Gal, but we're gonna probably, I don't know if that's still a plan. Even we were planning to do like a sports show like once a month.
We could still do that.
Yeah.
I like the cost.
But then what I'm saying is that you could have SPR Presents, whatever we call that, but you could also have SPR Presents. Is it yes? I don't know.
Yeah. It's the You Ain't Shit podcast.
The You Ain't Shit podcast. We could just be a network. It doesn't matter. There's one last thing about
network.
Guess there you go. There's one last thing I want to say about the Great Balls of Fire thing. It's already hard enough.
The Great Walls of Fire.
Great Balls of Fire. That would make more sense. You could actually do something with that.
Is that Donald Trump's
page on fire? All right. Yeah. Anyways, it's already hard enough as an adult to explain to other adults that don't watch wrestling that you still watch wrestling, and now they have a pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire, and that really just does not help the situation. What are you doing tonight? I'm gonna watch WWE Great Balls of Fire, and they're gonna be like, okay, sure.
Yeah, cool story, bro. Cool story, bro. As you wear a wrestling shirt, so
that's Finn Balor.
It says Bayor. No, it just says Bayor.
No, don't.
Balor Club. I don't want to see your titties. Get him out of here.
Did you have pants on, Justin?
What'd you say?
He's just in his underwear, folks.
Pants?
I do. I don't have pants. I have shorts.
We don't want to stop showing us your skin. This is a free, family-friendly show. Oh, good God!
Hey, at least my pants are around my waist.
True. That's real true. That's real true. On that note, we're going to head on out. So make sure to like, love, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, YouTube, whatever other service you'd like to listen to. Just got to search Same Person Radio. We did have a YouTube channel, but YouTube's stupid and they took away custom, what was it, URLs. So don't do that.
Just search for Same Person Radio now.
Yeah, Same Person Radio. So we have, we mentioned before, a new official page at samepersonradio.podbean.com. You can also check out our official Twitter page at Same Person Radio. Justin's Twitter's at Leviathan426. Myself's at Galvinator93, at Tony Brown on Twitter. You can also follow Tony on Instagram because he's all about that gram, at Omega Sanction _ right now. That's very sad. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/samepersonradio. And as always, when you're tweeting at us or posting at us or whatever, you just use hashtag SamePersonRadio so we can chat with you guys. Thanks for listening. Because we're doing a weekly podcast now. So we'll see you guys next week.
All right. I will see you.
Alrighty.
Adios.
Bye.